Step into the arena of minds. On this channel, every move is a clash of strategy, every sacrifice a turning point, and every game a battle for glory. Watch two players push the limits of creativity and calculation, as we bring you the drama, suspense, and excitement of chess like never before. Wei Xuan Timothy Chan opens with e4. The pawn charges forward, like a brave soldier, staking claim to the center. A confident start shouting, "Come fight me, Wesley!" Enya. Wesley So replies with c5, the Sicilian defense, sharp, venomous, and born for counterattack. The black pawn slithers up like a serpent ready to strike. White develops nf3, sending the knight into action, the loyal guard protecting the e4 pawn and eyeing dark territory. Wesley answers n6, calmly developing but also smirking. You want the center? You'll have to fight for it. Ninde, and then a woman, este soleneski. Chan pushes d4, the classic strike. White blows open the center, trying to turn the board into a battlefield. Wesley snaps with cxt4, no hesitation. The black pawn chomps down the intruder, first blood drawn in this war. Chan retaliates with nx4, the white knight leaps in, reclaiming the ground like a hero avenging his fallen comrade. Wesley plays nf6, the black knight joins the fight, staring down the e4 pawn with that "I'm coming for you" energy. White adds nc3, bringing another knight to the front line, a double cavalry charge aiming straight at d5. Wesley calmly replies e6, fortifying the center, preparing to release his dark bishop, the calm before another storm. Chan advances ndb5. The knight hops boldly into enemy land, eyeing that juicy d6 square like a predator spotting prey. Wesley coolly plays d6, shutting the door in the knight's face. You're not coming in that easy, my friend. And Kai. White drops b4, bishop slides, aiming at d6, teaming up with the knight, pressure rising on Wesley's defense. Wesley thrusts e5, slamming the pawn forward, a punch to the bishop's chest, forcing white to back off or break. Chan retreats with bg5, refusing to yield, pinning the f6 knight. Psychological warfare begins. Wesley expands with e6, telling that nosy knight on b5, back off or get smashed. Men. The knight obeys, na3, leaping to safety, but still glaring menacingly at the board. It's regrouping for the next strike. Wesley zitzes space with b5, launching a wing attack, pawns rolling like tanks on the queen side, preparing an assault. Chan counters smartly with nd5, planting his knight deep inside enemy lines. It's like sneaking a spy right into the black camp. Wesley develops b7, ignoring the knight's arrogance for now, preparing to castle and unleash his bishops. White strikes first, bxf6. The bishop sacrifices its calm for blood, slicing the knight on f6 clean off the board. Chan grins. Let's mess up your pawn structure, Wesley. Inhuman. Wesley doesn't flinch. bxf6, bishop takes back, keeping control. The board hums with tension. Both armies are now eyeing each other across the smoky battlefield. Chan calmly plays t3, reinforcing the center. It's like building a fortress wall before the next wave hits. White prepares for a long siege. Wesley castles with 0-0, finally bringing the king to safety. The black army now fully mobilized, ready to strike from the shadows. White answers NCT2, sliding the knight back home for a moment. It's regrouping, but the plan is clear. Storm later, not now. Wesley drops regate, lifting the rook like a siege cannon, aimed straight down the b-file. The queenside tension just doubled. Chan pushes h4, that bold pawn march screams defiance. He's not defending, he's taunting. Come fight me, I'll open your castle walls. Any. Wesley calmly plays b7, tucking the bishop away for safety. The man's patient, like a predator waiting for the perfect ambush. White reroutes with Ensa3, knights dancing beautifully. They're plotting something sneaky around 5 and d5. Wesley replies b6. Bishop steps up proudly, aiming at spear at c4, and watching the board like a hawk. Chan brings qf3. The queen glides into battle, her eyes fixed on the king's side, danger level rising fast. Wesley counters with q7, shadowing her every move. It's like two snipers locking scopes. Whoever blinks first loses. Chan develops a radon. The rook joins the fight. Every piece is now breathing fire. This is no opening anymore. We are entering the midgame mayhem. Hu yan sieten, zenktum ku sie. Wesley plays b8, quietly, subtly. Retreat or trap? Hard to tell. The Grandmaster's calm is always unnerving. Chan moves b2, readying his bishops for crossfire. It's like polishing two loaded rifles before the next duel. Wesley steps up n7, moving his knight like a silent assassin toward f5 or chex. A calm before the kill. Chan pushes g4. The pawn storm begins. White's kingside explodes with aggression. It's no longer chess, it's artillery fire. Wesley reacts with bx5. Bishop finally bites the central knight. Precise, cold, surgical. Blood on the board again. Chan answers next d5. Knight retakes with fury, balancing the field. Sparks fly, both sides glaring across the smoke. Wesley plays f5, pushing forward the queenside front. His counterplay has begun. The war now rages on two fronts, and neither player is backing down. Chan keeps the fire burning with h5. That pawn stomps forward like a furious soldier banging on Wesley's castle gates. The attack is getting personal. Wesley answers with nxd5, calmly exchanging knights. You want chaos. I'll take your chaos and make it order. The smoke clears just a little, but the war is far from over. Chan swings rexd5. Rook recaptures with a thud. The battlefield shifts again. Heavy metal now dominates the front lines. Wesley slides b4, launching a counterattack on the queen side, pawns rolling like tanks, aiming to shatter white structure. Chan coolly plays c4, slamming his own pawn forward to meet the invader head-on. Dust and debris fly everywhere. This is trench warfare. Wesley sneaks in q7. Queen slides across like a black panther. Silent, deadly, waiting for the perfect strike. Chan fortifies with b3, stabilizing his walls. The white fortress still stands, though cracks are starting to show. Wesley calmly places bb6, the bishop scopes the diagonal like a sniper, ready to snipe anything crossing its line of fire. Chan castles long. Oh, the king finally tucks away behind his troops. But make no mistake, he's still in the danger zone. Wesley counters with rate. Rook steps up like a general barking orders. Queenside army, advance. Neonanin. Sezidi. Chan mirrors. With kj2. King steps slightly to the right. A small shuffle, but it smells like preparation for battle on the king's side. Wesley keeps marching. a4, cracking open more space. His pawn is now a battering ram against the white defense. Chan replies bidone. Bishop returns home, perhaps plotting one last stand, or maybe a surprise from the shadows. Wesley slams axe b3, detonating the first breach in the white wall. The queen side is erupting in flames. Chan reacts with bxb3, recapturing fast. No mercy, no hesitation. The board is now a smoking ruin of traded pawns and open lines. Wesley keeps the pressure with bc5. Bishop swoops in, like a black hawk covering the advance. Every move feels heavier now. Chan fires back qg3. Queen joins the attack, a gleaming blade pointed straight at Wesley's king. The crowd can almost hear the battle cry. Wesley defends with g6, solid, calm, setting up his fortress of pawns. You can knock, he says, but you're not getting in. Nani? Indeden. Obiro Milbuston, Hemstuendesia, Inedicada, Alwin, Inahadi. Chan lifts roan. Rook swings to the first rank, a clear sign. The kingside storm is about to explode again. Wesley replies with qj5. The black queen glides out like a dark phantom, eyes fixed on white's exposed king. Wei Xuan answers rd3. The rook slides up to shield his monarch, forming a reluctant but determined barricade. Wesley shifts kg7, tucking his king into a safer corner. Even champions sometimes duck behind the ramparts. Chan plays rf3. The white rook doubles behind the queen, assembling a siege force on the king side. Wesley pushes 6, a modest pawn thrust that's actually a tripwire, stopping white's g5 dream before it fully forms. Wei Xuan swings r4. The rook lunges to the flank like a tiger circling. He wants to pry open black shelter. Wesley replies bd4. His bishop cuts across the board like a hired blade, pinning pieces and sowing panic. Chan shifts rd3. The rook retreats and recentralizes, tightening the knot around Wesley's king with stubborn grit. Wesley plays rf8, lining up heavy metal down the file. Two rooks cooperating like well-trained soldiers. Wei Xuan answers a3, pulling back his rook but keeping pressure. He's ready to swing the hammer again. Wesley strikes re6, rook advances to reinforce the center, a calm move that grows more threatening by the second. Chan repositions rf3, preparing to contest f-file control. His rooks and queen now form a dangerous little squad. Wesley returns rf6, doubling down on rook unity. The black pieces whisper, trap, and the air thickens. Wei Xuan trades with rxf6. His rook smashes into f6 and captures black's rook there. Metal meets metal with fury. Wesley recaptures with qxf6. The queen swoops in to reclaim f6, keeping black's tactical grip ironclad and cold. Chan plays qf3. Queen steps forward, like a general rallying troops, eyes on weakness, heart full of defiance. Wesley slides qc5. Queen returns to the fray, taunting white and ready to pick off pieces left exposed. Wei Xuan pushes rd3. Rook lifts across to support the queen, a tight duo now circling the enemy king. Wesley replies bc5. Bishop plants itself on an active diagonal, aiming straight at the soft spot around f2 ball key. Chan retreats qa2. The queen takes a breath, fortifying key squares while trying to keep Wesley's hunters at bay. Wesley answers re8. Rook slides back to centralize and coordinate. The black forces methodically prepare the final plan. Wei Xuan plays b4. Bishop retreats, but remains dangerous, keeping an eye on that b-file and long diagonals. Wesley shifts re6. Rook steps to e6 supporting the center. He's assembling a deadly finishing puzzle. Chan replies b6. Bishop advances into an attacking post, slicing through squares and sniffing for tactical motifs. Wesley moves rf6. Rook returns to f6 with purpose, double duty and threatening to break white's fragile barricades. Wei Xuan pushes f3. The pawn fortifies e-file and opens channels, a grim little shield for his king. Wesley replies Kukon. Queen cruises into enemy territory, probing deep and threatening forks and back-rank nightmares. Chan boldly plays bd5. Bishop blocks with courage, trying to blunt the queen's spear and buy precious seconds. Wesley throws Kogoni. Queen flashes a check like lightning. The king shuffles, and white's defense begins to fray. Wei Xuan scores k3. King steps to h3 like a wary general. Vulnerability is visible but courage remains. Wesley continues Kone. Merciless queen fires another check, hunting the king with predatory focus and surgical precision. Chan interposes Keone. Queen sacrifices herself onto Aone, blocking the check. Noble, brave, yet tragically exposed. Wesley simply plays Keone. The queen captures white's queen on a1 and the endgame door slams shut. Wei Xuan strikes rxexg. The a5 pawn captures on g6. A desperate counterblow, opening lines and hearts racing. Wesley retakes fxg6. The f-pawn slides to g6, capturing back, crafting a strong pawn shield and killing white's dreams. Chan thrusts g5. Pawn storms forward, looking for complications. A last-ditch attempt to ignite chaos around the king. Wesley replies ixxek5. The h-pawn captures on g5. tidy, efficient, and it removes white's final spark. Wei Xuan marches, key J4. The king walks into the firefight, a desperate general joining frontline combat to save the day. Wesley slices b3. Bishop swoops in to choke escape squares. The net tightens and white's options vanish rapidly. Chan tries qg2. Queen reappears to defend and block, but she's a shadow now, late and exhausted. Wesley plants ra4. Rook storms to fouer, delivering a brutal check. The hammer falls exactly where it was aimed. Wei Xuan grabs. Kxex Ki5. The king captures on g5. A heroic but lonely strike, eating the pawn to survive. Wesley finishes with rxe4. Rook smashes into f-hour, capturing white's pawn on fr and delivering the final crushing check. D. That's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really motivates me to bring you even more exciting chess games. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Und